Welcome, race fans, to round 6, of the Porsche Cup Project Cars 2 GG3. I'm joined here in the booth with our co-commenters, of course. I've got ORC Yankees fan, our race director, and I've got ORC Black Ghost, our technical correspondents. Guys, how you doing?
Good, doing real good. Yep. Good.
Perfect. So let's go over the circuit chat for this round. So again, round 6. We'll go and start the replay so we can have this in the background going as we watch the Porsches at Watkins Glen. So Yankees fan, let's go to you first for the track details of Watkins Glen.
Yeah, so Watkins Glen International is a 11-turn circuit. It's a FIA Grade 2 track. It's located in a town of Dix on the southwest of the Watkins Glen village in New York. It was once home of the United States Grand Prix from 1961 to 1980. It was an open track that used roads from 1948 to 1952 and became a permanent track in 1958.
Any particular, different race organizations that race there a lot?
Yes, IndyCar, NASCAR, IMSA, and Formula One for 20 years before.
Nice. How would you categorize this type of track as far as, old world circuit, new world circuit? I know it has the FIA grade of 2. Can you kind of explain that just a tad bit?
Well, I would say it's based off the natural terrain of the area. So there's a lot of elevation changes, and it doesn't have wide, let's say, off areas like a Grade 1 track would have, but it has enough to be graded as Grade 2 because it has enough safety features.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of grass on the side. So when I think of old world circuits, that's usually what I think about. When it comes to mine with the grass,
yeah.
And the Armco in the areas and stuff. Cool. Thank you for that, ORC Yankees fan. Let's go to Black Ghost for the points update for the series.
Yeah, so where we're standing now, going into this last round, we have ORC Speedy Jab at 207 points. We have ORC Yankees fan at 199. Irving 104 at 176, Rooster at 142, ORC Black Ghost at 140, Dito Man 67 at 112, and CLP Customs at 112, C8Z06 at 100, SDS Blaster at 96, Percy Nims is at 95. I'm sorry, not 96. Go back 98 for Blaster, excuse me. Trev is at 43, the Anchorman at 18, and then Time to Shine at 5. So what's interesting is it looks like Speedy Jab will clinch the championship. But it's close though because Yankee fan is only really about 6.5. I'm sorry. 8 points back for the first, and then could go to first. But Irving looks like he's at 176. But Rooster and Black Ghost, they're trying to fight for the third overall, and it's only 2 points separating them. And then Dieter Man and Customs are tied at 112. So I think those still second, third is still up for grabs. I think so. It's going to be pretty interesting going into Watkins Glen this Sunday.
Yeah, you mentioned the 8 points from first to second, so that's not significant, or that's very significant actually, I should say. But there's a 50 points available for the top driver if they win both races, which we've seen a couple times, but it's not the norm. Usually we'll have one person win one race and another driver win the second race. And there's also bonus points too. The bonus points have come into play a little bit. So can you go over the bonus points really quick, Ghost? Like not what everybody's got, but just what do you get bonus points for?
Oh, so you get bonus points for qualifying with the fastest lap time. You also get bonus points for leading the laps. Also for fastest lap time in the race, you get bonus for.
Okay, so I think there's 4 bonus points, if I'm not mistaken, available each round. One for each race, and then one for both qualifyings. Because we do a Super Pole qualifying for the second race now, which is basically 5 minutes. So it equates to maybe 2 or 3 laps. So it really pushes the drivers to set the grid for the second race. And just to go over the format really quickly on that, to touch on that, we do 2 45-minute races. So it gives the drivers a chance for each round. Gives the drivers a chance if they mess up one round, they still know there's a second round that they can redeem themselves. So not all is lost, and that hopefully keeps drivers interested. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that, Black Ghost.
Sure.
Let's go over to the action areas. So we'll start with Yankees fan first. So Yankee, when you're looking at this track, and in your mind, what are some of the major action areas that we're going to see? A lot of the passing, maybe a lot of the hard braking, and a lot of the overtakes.
Yeah, I would say probably turn 1 would be the first one. And then after that, after the first straight, the bus stop. And then you have the toe. And then probably let's say the last corner is probably another action area as well.
It's really important to get that last corner right, because that puts you onto probably the longest straight in this track. So if they get it a couple miles off and don't turn in and don't get on power quick, they could especially if somebody's in the toe behind you, they could probably lose out in turn 1.
Yeah.
Ghost, any other action areas or any other things that you think will come into play at this track?
I think good passing would be actually going into the toe. I also think good passing is in the bus stop. If you can, outbrake somebody going into the bus stop, I think that's a good overtake part as well. Turn 1 as well. I like this track. It's a fast-paced track, so if you can just keep it consistent and keep it fast, you'll definitely have an advantage over the other competitors.
Nice. Okay, and let's move right on to the drivers to watch. So we'll start with you, Yankees fan.
I would say Ruleset's probably the driver to watch. He's been on a steady incline past few races. Seems like he's getting more comfortable with the car, and it's showing in his results.
Yeah, he did really well last round, taking 2 second places in both races. So he jumped up big in the last round. So we'll see how he likes Watkins Glen, right? So Black Ghost, who's the driver you're going to watch?
Me. No, I agree with Rooster, but Irving, Irving and Blaster, I want to say actually Irving, because he shows that he's quick, and he's up there fighting or holding, I think, 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
With 3rd. I think from what I saw in the last 2 races, he's really staying out front and trying to keep ahead. If he just stays out of trouble, he's pretty good. I mean, he did real good in the wet last week at Silverstone. So I'm gonna say Irving.
Nice. Okay, Irving, and you said Blaster too. So Blaster's
been... Blaster too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Blaster as well. He did very well. And I think he's going to do good here to do a strong finish at Watkins Glen.
Nice. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for that assessment and talking about everything. So we're about ready to get on board the lap. with Orsi Yankees fan. We're coming around the last section, the third section of this track, to go on a hot lap for him. So I'll just forewarn you, there's going to be some guy, I don't know who he is, some guy messing around in the front of Yankees fan, and that'll be interesting to watch, right? So we're watching the onboard right now of Orsi Yankees fan in the test we just did, and he's coming around to start his fast lap. I do believe this is the lap. So Yankees fan, we'll let you kind of talk through it coming out of the last corner pretty soon.
Yeah. We're coming up to the second to last corner now. It's important to get a good line here so we can keep the momentum for the turn 11, the last corner. And then let's start the lap now. So probably by the end of turn 1, you should be in 5th or 6th gear. I usually brake at the 300 board, go down to 3rd, hug the inside corner, track out, then go up to 4th gear, stay on the inside of the corner, and then you can take this flat out if you stay in 4th, and then go up to 5th, carry the momentum, stay in the inside and track to the left. Then we go to 5th, 6th gear. At a 300 board, I brake, go down to 4th gear, stay, hug the corner and the bus stop. Don't touch the corner on the right because it'll spin the car out. And I stay in 4th, lift a little bit, keep the momentum. Go down to 3rd here and hit the apex. Be careful not to go too much on the throttle because the car gets unstable there. And then at the 100 board, brake down to 3rd, hold it in. Because of the elevation change, you can brake late. When you go up to 4th, then someone's in front of me. And then brake at the 200 board to 3rd. And then you hold 3rd here, brake, and then hug the corner, but don't touch the curb because it will spin the car out. And go up to 4th. At the 100 board, tap the brake, turn in, hold, and carry the momentum in, then brake right before you see the brake board on the left-hand side of 3rd. And then that's the lap of Watkins Glen.
Nice, thank you. So we did a lap early, but that's okay. You'll see the spin out here from this crazy guy in front of Yankee right now. A lot to say about that driver. I don't know about that guy. I think we should kick him out of the series. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name.
Speedy something. Speedy Nuisance, I think, is what his name is.
Speedy something, I don't know.
Speedy A-hole?
Jab or Speedy Jabby or something, I don't know.
There it is. Look at that guy.
Look at that guy.
Oh, nice. So this round will wrap up the Porsche Cup series we have on Project Cars 2. So overall, I'd say it's been a great success. The car has been really good to drive in lots of different locations around the world and lots of different weather locations too, or scenarios. What's your overall impression of the series, guys? We'll start with you, Yankees fan.
Well, the main point of the series, like me and Ghost sat down to look at the track list, and we wanted to incorporate tracks that we haven't run before. Mm-hmm. And I think it went well with everyone. They all appreciated that we did tracks that we haven't done before so they can learn it for the future. And I think it went well. And the Porsche as a whole is a great car to drive. And because we limited the Aero adjustments, I think it provided some good racing within the group.
Yeah, same question to you, Ghost.
Yeah, I think overall this series has been actually one of the most exciting and competitive series we hosted so far. The spec series with the Porsches really brings competition a little closer, I think. I can only go by my own personal experience. I think this is one of the best races I've done so far. And I think we're going to continue seeing more close competitive racing in the next, future of our seasons coming up. So very very exciting, and the drivers are happy, and it's good. I actually hate to see it, be over.
Yeah, it's been a good season. All of us in ORC have actually done a really good job with this series too. So we're all vying for first, second, and third. So wouldn't that be great to have an ORC lockout in our own series, right? We'll see though.
Yeah, it would be. It's a conspiracy though.
Right. Yeah. So let's talk one more thing really quick before I let you guys go. So restrictors. This is something we moved over from our last series from Ferrari versus Lamborghini, which was highly successful. So do you guys agree that in the spec series that the restrictor is the way to go, kind of as a rewards for the podiums? Yankee, we'll start with you.
Yes, it did bring an element of strategy as well. And yeah, it did increase the competitiveness between the group.
Yeah, and Black Ghost, what do you think?
I think it did, and also it's a challenge in the sense of really, if you think about it, how to change your strategy when you're racing. My own personal experience with the restrictors, you're like, oh, I'm down. I'm not going to get any type of, everybody's going to blow past me. Well, that's not the case, actually. I mean, you change your whole perspective or your whole strategy ways of dealing with the restrictor, and then how that makes you to be a cleaner driver or a more consistent driver, not cleaner, more consistent driver, where you can still maintain speed. So I like the challenge sense of the restrictors. And then again, you can go back up depending on the rate, how you finish in the race, or go down if you constantly keep winning. So I like it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the key thing is each driver has to manage their own expectations, and then manage, when they get the restrictors, and not kind of defeat themselves before the races even began. And that's all in the headspace. We were talking about how much, especially online racing games, are very much headspace, are head oriented. You've got to really think with your brain and not let conditions, get out of control. So that's a component in real racing, obviously, too, as much as the physical. But drivers talk about that all the time. So awesome. Well, we're here at the end of the replay there. So thank you guys so much for commenting on everything and going through the series with us. I think it has been a great success. And if you do find this video and you are interested in joining us, we'd love to have you. If you are a clean and aware driver, those are the only really two things that we really ask you to be. If you're slow, we can help you with that. We have a dedicated community here at ORC, and we're happy to help. So if you want to join us, just go visit our website. It's obviously linked in the description below this video, but it also, just to let you guys know, is Online Racing Collect, COLLEC.wixsite.com. As we see some shenanigans, what a perfect way to add the video. So join the conversation on our Discord once you get to the website if you want to join and see what everybody's talking about. And again, thanks for joining. Guys, thank you so much again.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right, good night, everybody.
See ya.